Hello, everyone. Welcome into Northern Life here with Hunter and Ryan. I'm Briggs. Thank you so much for being here with us as we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy start to your holiday weekend, too.
It's our last show before Christmas. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
So we pulled out the, what'd you call it, garland? Is this garland?
I
With
think
some
so.
lights in it, and it took me a long time to set up.
Yeah.
But Hunter here, as soon as he walked in, knocked over the right-handed side. So as you can tell, wait, where's the camera? Nice garland
There it is.
with
It's
lights.
beautiful.
Along with Briggs's
Showing
new
off
mug.
my new
See,
mug,
look at that.
courtesy of Ryan.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
again.
Hunter, watch those hands over there on the eye. You just did it
This is where I
accidentally.
normally, it's where I put my hand. It's right here. So the second I got in here, I threw it out.
Learn and adapt
so
to your
hard
environment.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, we're in for a fun show today. Coming up, we're going to be making our holiday football picks before Sunday. Plus, Harry and CJ get to open their Christmas present from Ryan.
They're like, what is that in this box?
Yeah, they were so
So
confused, but they loved it. They were sniffing it real hard.
Excited to watch that video again. And before that, we're actually sharing our favorite Christmas memories from recent memory, as well as our childhood. So we got that top 5 list ready to deliver to you. And Seth in my ear goes, "You had a childhood?" Seth, my goodness.
Came out of the womb like this. Look out,
You know that dancing baby?
That was us.
That's right.
That was Ryan App right
That was
there.
essentially my entire childhood. Hey, before we get to our talkers for the day, we get to talk about some of the lovely early Christmas messages we have received from the viewers out there. Our first one comes to us from Peter S., who sent us a picture of his Christmas tree and wished our Northern Life crew a Merry Christmas.
Pretty.
Good looking tree right there.
I like the colors on that tree too, with the angel on top.
Very
that's
vibrant.
almost Northern Lights colors right there.
Yeah,
Northern Life
true.
or whatever. What's the
Yeah.
show called?
Who are we? And our second one goes out to Hunter from Colleen, who said, "By the way, that's my granddaughter Haley you've been picking on. You're all doing super, and a Merry Christmas to you all."
No, she does a great job. Just she spends a lot of time at work watching her computer. That's all I'm saying.
As most of us do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Somebody has to work.
A very computer-oriented job.
Yes, there's a lot of blue screens in front of us.
And I also have to give a quick shout out to, I believe it was Tim and Sue from Ashland, Wisconsin, who I met in the Costco parking lot the other night.
Often you at Costco.
I know, I'm at Costco all the time buying your
Buying
guys'
our gifts,
presents.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was putting things away in my car, and it was Sue who was like, "Are they having you out here doing a live report from the Costco parking lot?" And I was like, no, you know, just I did my part for the day, so I'm here. But they were picking up their son from was flying in from Omaha. It's stationed down there, and so they were driving him back home. So very nice to meet you both, Tim and Sue. Wishing your family a Merry Christmas.
Yes, that sounds very sweet. Very cool. That's always fun meeting people in the public. It's the
Yeah.
best part.
It is. It's always the parking lot of a place, too. I feel like I love saying hi to people in the parking lot, but I was like, hey.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, well, Christmas is supposed to be the most wonderful time of year. However, that might not be the case for parents. That's because this year, waking up early will likely be the reality for many parents. According to a new survey by Happy Beds, the average wake time for kids on Christmas morning is 6:44 a.m. I actually kind of thought that was a little bit late.
Really?
I was surprised it was 6:44. I know as a kid, and I'll talk about this when we talk about our favorite memories too, but we would wake up literally at like 3:30 in the morning, and our parents would get so mad at us.
You probably almost saw Santa Claus a couple of times.
I probably did. I know, so I feel bad now thinking about what we did to our parents, but 6:44, my parents would be like, wow, that's sleeping in for us.
Yeah. I remember sometimes, you'd like peek out your door and you'd run down the stairs and then you'd see the presents and you'd go, okay, I'm going to go back to my room and try to sleep again so that way it can be morning now as opposed to 2 in the morning.
Right.
That was the hardest thing, though, was sleeping the night before Christmas, and then you go jump on your parents' bed and then just start them off. They're probably angry, but they're showing on a good face, for Christmas Day, and it is just the best.
Now at adult Christmas gatherings, it's like, okay, who's going to be the last one to wake up? And what time is it going to be at? Like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sleeping in.
I'm going to put money on my sister.
What, she wake up late?
She's a late sleeper, yeah. She's
Wow.
still young, though.
Oh,
So.
sure.
Sure.
On the flip side, though, by the way, parents of teenagers shouldn't be too concerned, since your teens will likely want to sleep in as much as you do.
Amen to that.
Very
As much
true.
as I do.
Yep.
And before we get to Christmas Day, we have to talk about Hunter here. Tell us about the weather, because a white Christmas has historically been a certainty for much of northern Minnesota, but not so much this year, it seems. A white Christmas is defined as having at least 1 inch of snow depth on the ground on Christmas morning, but according to the Minnesota DNR, And Hunter can probably confirm if this is the case.
That is the case.
Snow cover in most of Minnesota is historically low this year. What the heck?
Very low, and it seems very likely that we're going to be having a brown Christmas, which is, I mean, kind of crazy compared to what we saw last year with the amount of snow that we saw. But also, like, it's rare for Duluth. It's happened 4 times.
Okay.
But the entire Northland, usually there's snow somewhere in the Northland, but I don't think there's any snow anywhere in the Northland right now. Maybe a couple patches here and there, but very rare to have the entire Northland under a brown Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's what it's probably going to be. We might even see rain on Christmas, which is even crazier.
It's gonna be like spring. I feel like Santa and the reindeer team, I don't know if they're used to like just parking on pavement and cement up here, maybe potholes, but
Right? Yeah, that's true.
cement or asphalt up here, but they're gonna have to get used to it because there's not gonna be much snow up here, which is kind of sad to think about.
And install some windshield wipers or something. Get some rain boots on Rudolph.
Yeah.
Exactly. Take off the sleighs and put wheels on the thing, so you can actually land on the gravel. So
Even though we won't be seeing snow, I feel like, every time when Christmas rolls around, we're just so happy. We say, oh, it's going to be Christmas Day, get to celebrate it with your family, get to celebrate with your friends, no matter what it looks like outside, even though it might be a little dreary and depressing looking with rain here in the Northland. Every time it rolls around this year, we're all in such a good mood, which is the main part.
Last year, I remember too, Adam Lorch reminded me of this yesterday, but it was a high of like 2 degrees on Christmas last year. It was so cold.
It was
and
so
it's
cold.
like going to be in the 30s or something?
yeah, high of around upper 30s, lower 40s. I mean, we're going to be flirting with the record high temperature for December 25th and December 24th. So unbelievable what's going on here around the Northland.
Yeah.
And we're on pace, of course, to be the warmest December on record too. So just crazy what's going on around the Northland, but pretty cool.
At
Pretty
least
cool.
not so bad to get out for a walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Get outside.
Enjoy it.
Well, hey, coming up, what are your favorite Christmas memories? We'll share ours after the break.
Welcome back, folks. I think we all look forward to Christmas Day, and since this is our last show before then, we thought it'd be fun for today's Top 5 Friday to share our favorite Christmas memories. So, Briggs, how about we get started with you?
Yeah, so many. Barely knew where to start with my list, but at the top has to be, as I just mentioned, waking up super early with my siblings.
Yeah.
It was funny because all of my brother and my sister would come into my room, and we'd all be like, should we go wake up mom and dad, or should we wait? And I was like, we should probably wait. So I had a little like TV, and we'd pop in like a little VHS movie and watch something, and it was really fun.
As
like,
the oldest sibling, you had to knock some sense into them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Charge,
3 in the morning.
Even though I was trying to hold myself back so hard.
Your parents
My little
thank you very
8-year-old
much.
self, Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure they do. Second on my list, all the energy, of course, that my parents put into making the day special. They always would go above and beyond to make it just such a fun day. My mom makes fantastic Christmas breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah, she makes a really good egg bake
Ooh,
that
egg
usually
bake's
we
good.
get to have on Christmas Day. And then Christmas Eve, I didn't put this on my list, but she always makes nachos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a nachos
Forgot about
Navidad sort of thing, which is really good. And then back in the day, we were just at Pickwick earlier this week, but way back in the day, they used to do like a free buffet on Christmas Eve. So we would go to that. And a bunch of my parents' friends would come with their kids, so that was super great. And then one time we went to Mexico.
Oh, cool.
For
Nice
Christmas.
and warm.
Yeah.
It was probably a brown Christmas down there,
Yeah,
right?
it definitely was. It was a sandy, brown
Sandy
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
palm trees. It was great.
Yep.
But that was when we were a little bit older, and we decided to, we didn't do presents, and we were just like, let's go on a trip to Mexico. And it was really nice.
Nice.
Escape the cold weather and try something different. So,
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
very
still be
sweet.
together in a new setting.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, the family.
Yeah.
So I think,
I think it's up to
Ryan,
Hunter. I think it's
Okay.
Hunter's
It is
list.
my turn. Let's see here. Let's see what I put down. So number one, always, since back when I was little, we've always been going to my grandpa's place. That stopped maybe 7 or 8 years ago as we got older. But just, Christmas Day, opening up presents, and he'd have go-karts there as well. So we'd go drive go-karts in the
Go-karts?
snow. Oh yeah, it was
In the
the
snow?
blast. In the snow. It was the coolest thing. He'd plow us like paths. I'd pretend I was driving a school bus when I was little, and stop for like all the stop signs and pick up all the kids and things like that. It was the coolest thing ever.
Did Colton hop in the back?
Were there like
Your
teddy
brother?
theirs, or what were they?
Colton was annoyed by my school bus times, so he had his own vehicle and he'd be driving, doing something else kind of crazy.
Illegally passing your bus, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My stop sign's out, Colton. What are you doing? So yeah, that was definitely our favorite memory. Was hanging out with Grandpa and all of the family down there for sure. Number 2 on my list, the Christmas music. Always, just whether it's going in the car, everywhere you go, the Christmas music. My mom and dad love it so much. Our whole family does. And that's why I listen sometimes in July. Sometimes I'll listen. I'll start in like October. Christmas music is just my favorite stuff on the planet. Number 3 might be illegal. I don't know for sure, but we'd go out. We live in the woods, so you go out in the woods and you cut down a tree and you bring it in. I think that is illegal, so I don't recommend doing that. But back like 20 years ago, we didn't really know. So
we didn't know.
I'm going to blame it on ignorance.
It's okay, officer. We didn't know.
We didn't know. So yeah, we'd always
defense. Yeah.
Exactly. So we'd cut down the tree, bring it in. We had the very tall awning that we'd put it in, and it was the best thing ever. More recent years, we've been having a fake tree, but one of the cool things, decorating that and using all the old ornaments from when like my parents were little, and that was always a ton of fun. So
cool.
Number 4, I came out of the womb as an adult, so I loved going to Christmas parties, and I liked hanging out with children, but I loved talking with all the adults and all the different family members that I don't get to see too often.
Yeah.
So like from 4 to 10 years old, just having conversations with adults. That was my favorite thing at Christmas parties, right?
Tiny little hunter asking you about your 401k or something.
How are your tax returns looking?
What are you investing in these days? But number 5 is our newest Christmas tradition, which is going to our Christmas service. Me and my brother play at Christmas at Beth Hill Lutheran in Two Harbors. Awesome. Then we go to the Landing in Two Harbors, which is a bar, and we play there. And then we go to Quick Trip at the very end, and we have a dinner at Quick Trip at like 1 in the morning. And that's the best thing.
What do you get
Christmas
from
Eve.
Quick Trip?
Yeah.
Usually a cheesy something that we microwave, or the pasta salad they have from there. So fantastic. It's super good.
Fun.
But
stuff.
let's get to Ryan here before we run out of time.
My number 1 is similar to Briggs, where you wake up early and you run to your stocking immediately to see what's in there. It's kind of like an appetizer for the day of what's to come for presents. So, if you get a good appetizer, the main course is going to be great.
Yes.
Number 2, I got a PS2 as a kid. Me and my sisters just jump-started my love for video games ever since. 3, I know there are a lot of people out there, too, who, are going to be spending Christmas with a loved one who's no longer with us. And so my Christmases with my grandpa, he meant so much to me and my family, and having those memories still is fantastic. And then 4 is probably my favorite one to talk about, so I'm going to start with 5 first. Can't wait to have the first Christmas with my niece, Bridget. It's going to be great to celebrate with her. And then number 4, we were in California for a Christmas, I believe. I think it was California. And finding a place to eat on Christmas Day, it was such a fight between our family, as opposed to go to one place or another place, and we were fighting forever in the car. And finally, we just happened to drive upon a TGI Fridays, I believe. And my dad said, "We're going there." So we pulled into the lot, and my dad I forgot what he ordered for a drink, but you could tell it was a stressful day for the parents in that during that Christmas time.
Awesome.
So I had to share that awesome story.
But still, you were with family and you remember it.
We were with family.
It
It's a great memory.
It's all about.
Glad we shared those. Hey, coming up, we get to see how much Harry and CJ enjoyed their recent Christmas present. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Northern Life viewers. We have a new leader in the clubhouse for our Northern Life football picks. It is Briggs LaSavage who has taken the lead over Team Harry and CJ and Mr. Hunter with me, even falling further behind. Briggs, can we get a comment on how first place feels?
I knew I had to set myself apart last week. I went rogue. I picked
Bengals and
Bucks. I was like, I have to set myself apart somehow, and I took a risk, and it paid.
Wow.
Paid
Good
off.
job,
Paid
off. So love to see that. But as for our picks this week, it is it is Packers versus Panthers, and then Lions at the Vikings. And so it looks like we're rolling with the Lions, and then Hunter is going with the 2-win, I think, Panthers. He's trying to set himself apart.
Exactly. I got to win this thing back. Let's go. But I've got no faith in either team anymore. So
same. I'm 11-16.
Yes.
I got faith in nobody.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm pretty sure Panthers tickets are selling for like dirt cheap.
Yeah, they were 45 cents last weekend,
45
and they
cents?
won the game.
Oh my
They ended up
gosh.
winning the game. It was like in the rain. rained too, so I think people are probably selling their tickets that way. But it's 45 cents for the upper decker seats.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And they ended up winning, which is funny.
That's insane.
I'd go to a game for that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, Harry and CJ got to make more picks this week. CJ decided to go with the Packers over the Panthers. He was laying there for a bit before he eventually got to his pick. I had
He's
to convince
taking a
him.
sweet time.
Yeah, and those are Ryan's new bones that he gave them, which we're going to show in a second. Yeah, they love them. And then eventually Harry, he finally, Harry, he went to his left instead of going to his right all the time.
It's like Zoolander. Is Zoolander the one who can only go left because he does the runway thing, the movie? The Ben Stiller movie. He doesn't know how to turn. It's either turn. I think it's turn right. He can't turn right because he always turns left on the runway. So.
Harry and Zoolander, basically the same.
Basically the same person. Both models. Both models.
Well, Harry ended up choosing the Vikings to down the Lions. I don't know if he's going to be right.
Wow.
The Lions looking
We'll
pretty
see.
good. Yeah. Harry and CJ also had a super fun time last night getting to open the present that Ryan got them. It was so cute to watch. They were a little unsure. Harry's like, what's going on?
I always like that Harry has his tongue out too in a lot of the, just in general.
All day long. It never fully is in his mouth. It's always out a little bit like that.
I love that tongue.
Yeah,
That's
they
pretty cool.
sniffed it for a long time, and then we had to help him a little bit. There's Matt, my husband, getting the present open.
They couldn't open it or whatever?
No, they tried, and yeah, it was those awesome like turkey and
Like sweet
potato
potato?
bones.
Yeah.
And then they get Harry's like, I'll give you a high five. I really want
I'll do
that.
whatever it takes.
And since Ryan so kindly surprised us yesterday, we have a surprise for Ryan.
Yeah, how
His
about
Christmas
this?
present.
A
I know.
gift.
Which we had before yesterday. We just didn't know.
And so nicely wrapped too.
Thank
Who
you.
wrapped it?
Me.
Nice.
That was her.
When I have time
I should've
and
known.
the proper space and tools.
I should have
okay.
known.
Not
This
bad
is
wrapping.
beautiful wrapping
Thank
paper, by the
you.
way.
Yeah.
My goodness. We got time, Seth? We got time? Okay, we got time.
A little
bit.
It says, to Ryan, love your Northern Life team with a
Yay!
heart. No
I think
way.
you're gonna like it.
It is the sweatshirt I have sent them before saying, I got that dog in me.
Isn't that
And it's
cool?
the picture of the Costco hot dog. Look at that.
I love it so much.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny because you just were about to say, I got that dog in me. Right before the show started, I was like, come on.
I said that before the show. Oh my gosh, and I love getting the Costco hot dog too. The
Yes.
$1.50.
Well,
It's good stuff.
There you go. You can wear that everywhere now.
That's awesome. Thank you guys. I got that dog in me. That's what I said too when I was when we were doing the champ blindfold.
You're
too.
right.
I was saying that all the time. I told Hunter, I was like, I got that dog in me.
And that Costco hot dog
Yeah.
couldn't be more of a perfect gift
Yeah.
for Ryan.
Yep.
Two of
So
his
thank you
favorite
guys.
things.
That's awesome. Wow.
You're very welcome. Well, coming up after the break, we have a big announcement for next week, plus a first of its kind blindfold.
Before we go today, we want to let you know, unfortunately, we won't have a show on Christmas Day, but fortunate because everybody gets to spend time with their families, so be sure to enjoy the day with your friends and family, and we'll definitely see you back here on Tuesday of next week.
Yeah, and so when we get together again on Tuesday here on Northern Life, not only am I getting blindfolded, but so is our director, Seth. So the two of us even had to work together. Seth, play the video. There we go.
He's like, I don't wanna.
Seth didn't want to play the video. So the two of us even have to work together to accomplish the surprise that was presented to us, I believe, by Briggs LaSavage.
Yep.
So,
I did arrange this one.
Yeah.
Put you guys to the test.
You guys
Yeah.
sweat a lot.
let's just say it was a challenging test. But
Yep.
me and Seth, you'll have to wait and see how well we did.
A lot of teamwork involved with you too, and I was just very
Yeah.
impressed that you guys completed the whole thing too. I know we're trying not to say what it is, but it was very impressive, the whole
Tell
thing.
them more.
It was,
Hunter.
should we show it right now? So we roll the tape.
Play the
Tell the
story.
story. Yeah. Glad to see your
Yeah,
sweatshirt
it fits perfectly. So thank you guys for this Christmas present, and hopefully all you lovely folks out there get Christmas presents as well come Monday.
Yay!
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We're going to see you right back here on Tuesday. From all of us here at Northern Life, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.